Now let's see how to use this program in order to understand how useMemo works. Now the purpose of this program is to get the total, and just after you get the total you want to increase the counter. Well, first let's see what happens if you do not use useMemo. So I will unselect this one, and in order to see the effect, you need to increase the limit, because useMemo is to prevent any expensive calculations. So to have an expensive calculation, we need to increase the limit here. So this is behind the program. There's this for loop basically running. So I will increase the this one to 100,000, so that the for loop will cycle about 100,000 times, and which is an expensive calculation. And I want to increase the counter while it's running, but you will see that you cannot increase the counter. I mean, you can increase the counter, but it will not show the result. And let's see, now I get the total. So I cannot here. I click 2 times, but you won't see the counter is increasing because the for loop is running behind the program. So imagine that if it is a large program, it really affects the performance of the program. Now this is for one for loop. Imagine if in a large program, if you might have more than one program, one for loop or many loops actually. So now imagine now I want to get the total again. Say now again I cannot increase the counter because it will again go through that for loop to get the total. Now this is what useMemo prevent. This is what useMemo is for, that it will prevent from running any expensive calculations, such as it can recursive function or for loop, any expensive calculation that requires a lot of time and resources. So let's see how this program works when I use useMemo hook. So let me first reset, and I will click on useMemo, and then I will increase the limit. Now you need to increase this limit every time, because otherwise you won't see the effect. useMemo will work, but it won't. You won't see the effect of using useMemo. So I increase the limit here. Now I will try to get the total. Now first time, of course, even if you use useMemo, it have to go through that calculation to get the total. So the first time it does not affect, but it affects the subsequent efforts. So after the first time, 2 or 3 times when you try to get the total, then useMemo will not go through that calculation, that expensive calculation. It will use the cached value or the memorized value. So that's where you can see how useMemo works. Now in this case, now I get the first time the total. Now I want to get the total again for the second time. So now I don't need to wait. I can increase the counter right away. So I get the total. It does come the total here, but although you don't see because it's kind of the same total. So I get the total, and I can increase the counter. So I don't need to wait such a long time to increase the counter, because useMemo use the memorized value. Now if you increase the dependencies, now in this case the limit is dependency. So if you increase the dependency again, yes, you will again have to wait. You can see the get total. Then I cannot increase the counter because you have changed the dependency. That means the useMemo have to go through that original cycle to get the total. So that's how the useMemo works. Thank you very much.